Hey y'all, it's your girl Tashondarenae. I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be making spaghetti. This is a very simple recipe, and if you're interested in seeing how I do it, please stay tuned. For this recipe, you're going to need ground turkey, onions, green peppers, minced garlic, basil, tomato sauce, crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, garlic powder, black pepper, salt, and of course, spaghetti and olive oil. I think I forgot to mention the celery, but you will need celery as well. Okay, so to get started, you want to make sure you wash all your vegetables properly and you want to chop them up. I'm just doing a rough chop on the onions. I'm going to dice the celery into small portions. I just don't like to bite down into big hunks of celery, but by all means, you can do it however you would like. And I'm going to do the same with the green pepper. If you're interested in the exact measurements, please check the description box. I'll be sure to leave everything down there. Okay, so you want to heat your pot or your skillet over a medium heat. Add some oil and then add your veggies. You're going to saute the veggies for about 5 to 6 minutes, stirring occasionally before adding your meat. And this is over a medium heat. After 6 minutes over a medium heat, this is what your veggies should look like. Now you want to go ahead and add your meat. Go ahead and chop your meat and mix the meat and veggies well. Now you want to add your seasonings. I'm starting with a small amount of salt. Next, I'm going to add some black pepper. And then garlic powder. I'm going to mix that well to ensure my turkey is seasoned well. Once my meat is about done, I'm going to add my minced garlic. I didn't add it before because I didn't want it to burn. Once it burns, it gets a bitter flavor that you just can't get rid of. And I'll let this cook for another minute or two before adding the other ingredients. Once your meat is done, you will see that it has a bunch of fat at the bottom. You can get rid of some of the fat, but you definitely want to keep a good amount of that fat in your pot. I would suggest using a paper towel, and whatever the paper towel absorbs, that is the only fat that you should get rid of. If you get rid of that fat, you're going to get rid of a lot of the substance, as my grandmother would call it, from your pot. The next step is adding your tomato paste to the pot. And again, the exact measurements for everything I've used will be below in the description box. Mix the tomato paste and meat until the meat is covered or coated with the tomato paste. Next, I'm going to be adding to the pot the basil paste. And at this point, the pot is still over a medium heat. Once that's well incorporated, you want to go ahead and add your crushed tomatoes and tomato sauce. After you've added the tomato sauce, you want to fill the can up with water and then add that to the pot. You could opt to use chicken broth or beef broth, but water does just fine. I've never used chicken stock or anything like that in spaghetti, and it's the bomb each time. So, but you can definitely choose to use chicken stock or broth if you want. One thing that you did not see me add to this recipe that you're probably saying I missed is sugar. I do love sugar in my spaghetti, but because I used ground turkey, it is not necessary. The ground turkey gives the spaghetti a sweet flavor without having to add the sugar. But definitely, if you're using beef or sausage or both, you definitely want to add at least a small amount of sugar to cut the acid from all the tomato. 1 or 2 teaspoons should do the trick. While your spaghetti sauce is simmering, you want to go ahead and boil your spaghetti. You want to be sure to heavily salt the water while you're boiling the spaghetti. You want to make sure to heavily salt it because you're not going to rinse the spaghetti once it's done. And I break my spaghetti in half, but it's definitely not necessary. I know that runs some people crazy. Do you all break yours in half or do you just leave it whole? Let me know down in the comment section. At this point, your sauce is just about done. You'll just need to taste it to see if it needs any more seasoning. But that's pretty much it. You want to allow this to simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes before you serve it. One tip that I will give you is to allow your spaghetti sauce to simmer without a top on it. If you allow it to simmer with the top on it, it will not thicken up. The steam just sits on top of the spaghetti sauce and it keeps it thin and watery. You want to be sure to stir it often. I would say at least every few minutes. It can be kind of tedious, but it will scorch easily on the bottom of the pot, and that you do not want burnt spaghetti sauce. So it is important to stir it every couple minutes. And right now my heat is between a low to medium heat. Because it's gonna simmer so long, I didn't want to chance it burning, so I did reduce the heat. And after simmering for about 35 to 40 minutes, this is what I have here. My spaghetti is all done. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel. I hope you'll give this recipe a try, and I hope you do enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.